Kichima, Chibram Konto, Alliance, Yamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, brr, pa, brr, pa.
South Africa belongs to all who live in it.
But why wouldn't you arrest that man? That man said, kill the white farmers, kill the white farmers. And then he danced, and he's dancing, and it's kill the white farmers.
There is no song, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. That's a chant. We over-explained it in court. If you have a problem with it, go to the records of the courts. Don't be lazy to read, man, and ask me the same thing all again and again and again. And I won in court. The court said there's nothing wrong singing kill the Boer, kill the farmer. When do we respect the judgments of the court? And when do we disrespect the judgments of the court?
The USA is not interested in diplomacy. The USA is interested in dominance over us by any means necessary. And we must stand up and fight for ourselves because we represent a historical mission. And that mission is the return of the land. Whether Donald Trump's like it or not, we are going to fight for the return of the land in South Africa. Where was the USA when our mothers were fed to pigs in Limpopo by white farmers? Where was the USA with its sanctions when Eugene Terreblanche was raping young boys on his farm before they resisted and killed the racists because no one will act against him? Where were the sanctions of America when a child was shot by a farmer in the Northern Cape for picking a flower on his farm, and we were told that this child was mistaken for a monkey? Where was the international community when the racists at the University of Free State fed our mothers who were domestic workers human waste? Why were our people who were stuffed into a coffin alive in Mpumalanga not offered refugee status in America? What does the USA have to say about the murderers of Flag Plus who roam our society today freely and have never accounted for their crimes? Where is the International Criminal Court to prosecute Voter Basson, Dr. Death, who used chemical warfare and medicine to poison and kill anti-apartheid activists? How can we be expected to reconcile with those who have never acknowledged these crimes and were never held accountable for them? How can we be asked to share our land, our resources, and our future with those who still believe that Orania and Volksstadt are their birthright in Africa, while the mass graves of our people are ignored? These are the people who have never appreciated with how they came to enjoy their wealth and power. People who still see us as servants, as laborers, as conquered people. People who did not even consider themselves Africans until it became convenient to do so, to claim indigenous to our land after calling themselves Europeans for centuries. Today, we are told that we are violating property rights when we demand our land from people who called themselves Europeans just 30 years ago. Those who stole our land must face the truth that they acquired land through theft and genocide. Let them explain to us how they can still feel entitled to our land when they've never acknowledged the rivers of blood that were spilled to build their world. Let us never forget that the USA classified our freedom fighters as terrorists. The US did not just support apartheid with words. It armed and funded the regime. During the Cold War, America saw the racist apartheid government as a strategic ally against communism, choosing to back white supremacy over justice. The CIA assisted in the capture of Nelson Mandela in 1962, handing him over to the apartheid regime. It was a Pan-African struggle supported by our fellow African nations who understood that the oppression of one African nation was an attack on the entire continent. This nation sacrificed their own security, stability, and resources to assist in the fight for our liberation. America has never helped us with anything, even during apartheid. They cannot threaten us now with sanctions. Everywhere else America goes, you must know they never go to help those people. They go to destabilize those countries. They did the same thing in Libya. They did the same thing in Iraq. They did the same thing in Afghanistan. Now they want to come to South Africa and destabilize it. We must unite against American imperialism and colonialism. We must not be intimidated by Elon Musk and everybody who stands with him. All those who are offered an opportunity to go to America because there is a genocide against them in South Africa, you are free to go. The borders are opened for racists to leave South Africa. We have no home for racists in South Africa. Our friends will never be United Kingdom. Our friends will never be France. Our friends will never be USA. They were never there for us during difficult time. Palestine was there for us during our difficult time. Palestine associated with us during difficult time. It doesn't matter what Trump will do to us. We will die next to the Palestinian people. We will be buried next to the graves of the Palestinians. Our people are being killed in Sudan. Life is being lost. No one is saying anything because it's an African life. We must fight and always continue to raise the plight of the children and women of Sudan. We must no longer allow a situation where blacks kill other black people because they want riches of that country. Africans must unite everywhere and do not find it easy to kill one another during this difficult time.
Cecil Rhodes, white supremacist British South African Prime Minister, killed at least 20,000 African people. Rhodes' view was that black people needed to be driven off their land in South Africa, and his South African company were responsible for all the genocides that happened towards black people. So, what now you want to cry wolf? Many of our ancestors' blood still shaking up the earth. From the blood you still shedding, and now you are crying because we are waking from your spell that is becoming our daily routine. So, how are you, my people, wherever you're watching from? This is Kenyan Explorer, and Donald Trump has accused Ramaphosa and Malema for the responsibility of the white genocides in South Africa, which we as Africans, we say that this is not true. I've showed you when he was chanting kill farmers, kill poor, kill whatever. That was just a warm up for his meeting, and you see how people were so alert. You see how that crowd was so chanting, and maybe they were so happy about Julius Malema. But that was just and you know what? Donald Trump is so called is calling a song that Julius Malema was dancing when he was saying that the white people, the white farmers should be killed. That issue even took Malema to the court, and they were able to explain themselves on what they were trying to mean. And if they were found guilty, then they would have been convicted. But because they explained this to the court, and court found them with no guilty, that's when they were freed. So Donald Trump is based on the people and the life of the South Africans or the white South African who are in South Africa. But I started by I just want to show you this movie. This is a movie of Sarafina, but it was something that happened. This is something that happened. You know that this is something that happened. And when we talk about genocides, we have a lot of people, millions of people who are killed with this issue of genocide in Africa. Those the people who are black, and nothing happened towards these people. The families who lost the people from those genocides, they were never compensated. If you remember the genocide that happened in Namibia, if you remember the genocide that happened in South Africa, if you remember the genocide that has happened around the African continent, we are talking about the millions of the blood of the innocent souls that were killed, and nothing happened. Life goes on like nothing happened. So when Donald Trump came today and started to show the world the clip of Julius Malema saying that just chanting, what does this mean? So when anything bad happens or intend to happen to the white people, it becomes a big deal. But when something small happened but when something big happened to the black people, to the black person, it is something that we have to step on it. It is something that no one can come and address about it. So this is why we are saying that the white people have been taking Africans just as inferiors for a very long time. They never see us as humans. And that's why they are doing things just to make sure that we no longer develop, we no longer arise. They don't want to see any Africans progressing, because they know very well that maybe in their thoughts they feel like when Africans arise, when Africans realize whatever happens to their ancestors and how they were treated, then maybe when we unite, we are going to revenge. That's not our mission. Our mission is to make the best Africa. Our mission is to make the better Africa. Our mission is to make the better way for the generation, our generation that is coming. We don't need to see our generation come to experience the life that our ancestors experienced, because our ancestors paid a lot price of their blood just to save Africa. And that's why you see that in today's generation, in today's African world, no Africa is ready to see what happened to the slavery time, what happened to the freedom fighters is happening today. And that's why you are seeing many things are happening today in Africa. The revolutionary are rising every day. They are rising to fight for neo-colonialism. They are fighting up to end up to decolonize Africa. They don't want to see Africa working under some people's and foreign policies. We have to depend on ourselves. And that's why whatever you are seeing people like Ibrahim TRAORE and Malema are trying to do for the Africans, this issue of assassinating the African leaders who try to arise up and defend Africa is not something that started today. This is something that have been going on over decades in Africa. The world has never appreciated Africa. The world has never seen Africa as a place of people who has to be respected, a place of people who has to take their responsibilities, but has been just seeing Africa as the trash and dustbin. Whatever Africa has, Africa is not supposed to use whatever it has. But there's some people from the foreign country are the one who has to come and take what is in Africa and go to use and develop their countries. That's why we are saying that it's time Africa has woken up, and we are not going to let this happen. Whatever happens, all that years that has passed, we are forgotten about it. And what we are basing and we are focusing for today is what we want for the best Africa. And that's why I stand here today that when whatever Malema and TRAORE are doing is not enough. a lot is still pending, and for all the dreams to come through, for all that our agenda of uniting Africa, it has to start with me. It has to start by you. It has to start with you. So when we join our hands together and raise one voice, walk on the same path, and say that this is what we want. This is the way that Africa needs. This is what Africa needs to do and achieve whatever we are working on. Then what can hinder us to do it? Nothing. Julius Malema said, nothing is going to stop us. No, either disease or hunger. Nothing is going to stop us. Only death is going to stop us from doing whatever we are doing. Because what we are doing this just for our own interest. When the youths like me and all the youths that are coming up to speak for the matter of Africa this number increases every day. We appreciate and we are happy for this. Because when a large number of youths come to realize and know the history of Africa, they cannot allow to go back to where the Africa came from. We are not ready to allow allow this to happen. We are not ready to let our revolutionary leaders being taken away, being assassinated, being destroyed. That's why we said that even after America decided to send the General Langley Michael to come and deal with Ibrahim Traore, the world stood up and raised their voice. The world stood up and stand by Ibrahim Traore. Everyone was behind Ibrahim Traore. Many people have come out. The black people, the white folks, the old people from the world, from the corner of the world, the races have come up to stand up with Ibrahim Traore. Many people are coming up to stand with Julius Malema. And the people like Ramaphosa of Burkina Faso, of South Africa, the people like the leader of CAPT.IBRAHIM Coast, the leaders, all these leaders that are supporting the foreign powers, that are still giving chances and opportunities for them to come and explode and exploit Africa. We are going to send them home one by one. We have experienced this assassination, this coup processes, coup d'etat in some African countries. Mostly has happened in the West African countries. So this is not the end of it. This is just a wake up, and this is just a starting. There are many African countries that we are coming for it, and the same is going to happen for these countries. We have seen just the other day the coup attempt happened in Ivory Coast, and we are sure that as long as it started, it is going to happen. So all the African leaders who are doing things against the interest of their leaders, of their citizens, they are on a very danger zone. So you as a leader, wherever you are, just ask yourself, what are you doing? What are you doing towards your people? What are you delivering to the citizens? Are you based on the interest of the citizens? How are the common citizens living and going under your leadership? We all need sovereignty, because Africa is means for sovereignty. Julius Malema had a lot to say, and he's not afraid of. This is a leader. This is not a politician, and we need leaders, but not politicians. We have gone under the democracy for a very long time, but it has bring nothing to Africa. It has gained nothing important to Africa, but it has just left scars in Africans' hearts. We have lost many people. We have lost large number of people just trying to fight for the Africans. If you remember the other day, the incident of in Kenya, where the Gen Zs occupied parliament, we lost many innocent souls who are just trying to defend their country. But because of speaking the truth, because of going to demonstrate, when they demand the rights from their government, the government should to kill a large number of innocent souls, the young people. And we are not going to let this continue. And that's why we are supporting leaders like Ibrahim TRAORE, Julius Malema, the Mali and all those countries from the West, Dr. Chikombo Chiwambori, Arikana, all those leaders, the Professor Pielo Lumumba, those who are trying to advocate the interests of the Africa. We are there for you. Before the world watch the clip of Malema, also it has to watch the clip of Sarafina. And by this, from this, we have to judge. We have to put the marks where it deserves to. I will not talk a lot about this. So let Africans stand up. Let Africans wake up. Let Africans fight, because this is our fight. When other people come to support us, let us put more effort on it, so that even if before we have the outside support, we are going to make this strong as we are willing to. So this is Kenyan Explorer. I appreciate for your support, for sitting down and watch these videos. This is the video that we want at least to gain large numbers, so that the African mind could be opened up. The African eyes could see far from where they are and see whatever is coming, because freedom is all that we want. The good leadership is all we want. Hashtag free Africa. Hashtag free Africa. Turn on notification buttons. I subscribe to the channel so for more updates, for to receive all that is coming out from Africa, because we need the Africa, the best African continent. Africa is the source of life, the source of human, the source of Africa. Before it was changed, it was an Alkebulan, the source of mankind. But because of the foreign powers, they come and rename Africa and do whatever they did to Africa, just to manipulate and convince Africa that they can do whatever they're doing, so that they can come and destroy, steal, loot all that they are looting from Africa. But this is the end of it, as we are going to allow this to happen. No more place for the foreign powers. Stay tuned and peace out.